Do not lower your goals to the levels of abilities. Instead, raise your abilities to the height of your goals by Swami Vivekananda. A very good and warm morning to all of you. Myself, Neha, Assistant Professor, Department of CSE, EPCET. I feel privileged to extend my warm welcome to all who are present here for the event Emerging Technologies and Future Skills for Engineers. I request all the dignitaries to kindly come over the dais and occupy their honorable seats. We would like to remember in this pleasant occasion our beloved founder and chairman, Dr. S.M. Venkatpati ji, East Point Group of Institutions. We would like to welcome our respectable chairman, B.L. Ramadevi Venkatpati, EPGI, in her absentia. My hearty welcome to our CEO, Shri Pramod Gowda sir and Shri Rajiv Gowda sir, EPGI, in their absentia. I would like to welcome our senior vice president, Dr. Prakash sir, EPGI, in his absentia. I would like to welcome our beloved principal, Dr. G.S. Yogesh sir, EPCET. Welcome, sir. I would like to welcome our placement officer, Dr. Dhananjay sir. Welcome, sir. I would like to welcome our chief guest, Dr. Dinesh Kumar, Regional Lead Sector Skill Council, Nasscom, and Mrs. Sridevi Sira. I'd also like to welcome Mrs. Sridevi Sira, Lead Future Skills for Academia, Nasscom. Welcome, ma'am. To begin this auspicious occasion, I would like to invite Ms. Manasa to sing an Almighty song.
ध्यायामि गणेशं ईशं ध्यायामि गणेशं ध्यायामि गणेशं ईशं ध्यायामि गणेशं गुञ्जावासं गुरुविघ्नेशं कुञ्जरवदनविलासम् कुञ्जावासं गुरुविघ्नेशं कुञ्जरवदनविलासं ध्यायामि गणेशं ईशं ध्यायामि गणेशं करधृतपाशं कल्मषनाशं करधृतपाशं कल्मषनाशं करुणादित्यप्रकाशं करुणादित्यप्रकाशं ध्यायामि गणेशम् अखिलाधीशम् अक्षयकोशम् अखिलाधीशम् अक्षयकोशम् लक्ष्मीनारायणदासम् लक्ष्मीनारायणदासम् ध्यायामि गणेशम् ईशं ध्यायामि गणेशं ध्यायामि गणेशम् ईशं ध्यायामि गणेशम् Thank you.
I request our principal, Dr. Yogesh sir, to welcome our chief guest, Ms. Sridevi Sira ma'am, by presenting a bouquet. I request our placement officer, Dhananjay sir, to welcome our chief guest, Dr. Dinesh sir, by presenting a book. I request our HOD, Department of CSE, to welcome Dr. Yogesh sir by presenting a bouquet. I request Dr. Manimali Madam, Department of CSE, to welcome our placement officer by presenting a bouquet. The National Association of Software and Service Companies is an Indian non-governmental trade association and advocacy group focused mainly on technology industry of India. Nasscom is a non-profit industry association. Nasscom is dedicated to expanding India's role in the global IT order by creating a conducive business environment, simplifying policies and procedures, promoting intellectual capital, and strengthening the talent pool. Nasscom was established in 1988, and ever since, Nasscom's relentless pursuit has been to constantly support the IT industry. Words motivate people to take action and make difference in life. We now have an opportunity to fuel our thoughts. I request our beloved principal, Dr. Yogesh sir, to speak a few words and inspire our zeal.
A very good morning. Can I have a louder voice? A very good morning. Thank you. Respected dignitaries on the dais, respected faculty members, and my dear student friends. It's a great occasion. In fact, when Dhananjay sir initiated this particular program, within a short span of time, Nasscom has coordinated very well, and within a short span of time, we are able to, cooperate this particular event. As Madam rightly mentioned, right from the inception of the Nasscom, it has always served the society in a better way. Dear students, do remember, if you want to have a bright career, you should have the skills upgraded every year. The recent trend is you should be upgraded with 21st century skills. So keeping this thing in mind, we thought let us have this particular event, and we are very much thankful to Nasscom and his whole executive team. Thank you very much, madam. Thank you very much, sir. Definitely, you'll be having a very good session from the upcoming time. Please do free so that whatever doubts you have, get it clarified. I wish you all the best. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sir. I now request our placement officer, Dhananjay sir, to speak few words and inspire us.
Thank you, dear ma'am. Dignitaries on the dais, Sri Devi madam, Dinesh sir, Yogesh sir, of the dais, Emily madam, HOD of Computer Science, Manimoji madam, and dear colleagues and the VVIPs of the day, our lovely students. They are VIPs, you guys are VVIPs because you are in second year. A few of you might be thinking why Nasscom will have to hear, or why we have to hear to the industry experts from such a big organization which just now Neha madam spoke about. So there are two different ways of seeing the things. Is it too early? You are going to listen to the experts in the second year, or is it too late? We have never spoken to them. We have never heard. We did not get the opportunity to speak to people like Nasscom, who always will be in search of the opportunities to speak to young buddies, so-called engineers or non-engineering graduate. It is an honor to have friend like Mr. Dinesh, Madam Sri Devi, As rightly said by Yogesh sir, the moment we approached them, Dinesh sir was there like, why not, sir? East Point has been in our heart. We would like to come here. We want to speak to the budding engineers, and we want to see if we can transform, 5 to 10% of the kids. Why? Because at East Point, people are doing already wonders. Some extra wonders, if they can do, why not? And he spoke to Sri Devi madam, and without if and but, madam was, yes, I'm flying, which is the day. Madam has just asked Dinesh, which is the day I have to come? You tell me the date. Normally, when we speak to the people, we have to request. Here it was like, Madam is telling, okay, thanks for giving the opportunity to speak to the students. So, such is the kind hearted person these two are. Can we all clap together for Mr. Dinesh and Sri Devi? The day is off for them. The complete day, they will have to speak a lot of things. If you look at the banner, East Point is there, 25 years of excellence is there, and down to photos are there, Ms. Sri Devi Sira and Dinesh Kumar Panigrahi. In between, there is future skills prime, right? There is something called future skill. So they have not come. Most of the trainers or most of the speakers, keynote speaker, technical speakers will come and they will tell you what is there in the industry. And that's what we speak. When I speak to you, I speak about what is required in the industry. They are going to speak what is required in future in the industry. If you want to grow, when you graduate in the year 2000, suppose 27, 26, so what you will have to have? In 2020, in 2040, 2050, which are the industries, which are the technologies which will boom because they are in touch with the industry? They are nurturing IT industry, ITIS industries because they are being in touch with them. They keep doing R&D and they tell the industries, why don't you change this way? So it is really an honor to have them here and talking to our engineers who are going to graduate after 3 years from now. And we will see to that their number was 5 to 10%. We'll see to that 70 to 80% of engineers from EPCET get transferred from them. The speech what they will have, the talk what they will have, and they will also unfold a lot of learning opportunities which are there without any cost at Nasscom for the student of EPCET, for the student of India across, right? So are we all ready to listen to the experts now? Can we hear a little louder? Are we guys ready for it? Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I now request Professor Shami to introduce today's chief guests.
Good morning, all. Mr. Dinesh Kumar Panigrahi is the regional lead at IT Information Technology Enabled Services Sector Skills Council, Nasscom. And he is the director and member of the Governing Council at the Karnataka Vocational Training Society under the Government of Karnataka's Ministry of Skill Development. Mr. Dinesh holds BSc in Mathematics from Jyoti Vihar, Odisha, and MBA from the National Institute of Management. He is a business executive with more than 16 years of experience in IT sector industry. He has been working with Nasscom for the past 4 years and is motivated by Future Skills mission and its significance to India's development. He oversees the SSC Nasscom project in the Karnataka, Rajasthan, and Goa regions. He has held a variety of positions with companies like Infosys, JP Morgan, and iPrime, where he was in charge of operations, business development, account management, and program development. Additionally, Mr. Dinesh Kumar was instrumental in implementing faculty development programs, including the Deen Dayal Upadhyaya Gramin Kaushalya Yojana, Ministry of Rural Development, Government of India, and Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana in different states such as Gujarat, Rajasthan, and Odisha. Welcome, you, sir. Mrs. Sridevi Shira is a business leader with 28 years of experience in IT sector. She joined in Nasscom last year, inspired by the vision of Future Skills. She leads National Lead Future Skills for Academia at Nasscom and currently positioned as Deputy Director at Nasscom. And she is also part of Board of Studies member in most of the reputed universities and member of Andhra Pradesh Higher Educational Council. Over the past 2.5 decades, she has played various leadership roles across organizations such as HCL, NIT, ILFS, and Times Pro. Her experience ranges across consulting, business development, account management, and program development. Welcome you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. I request our chief guest, Sridevi ma'am, to grace the occasion by her words.
Well, good morning, everyone.
Good morning, ma'am.
I thought I was old. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, ma'am.
Thank you so much for that energy and dignitaries on the dais, professors who are sitting over here, and lovely students. It's really an honor, when Dhananjay sir invited us. The reason that I immediately accepted is nothing else gives me the kind of passion or the energy that I get from the students. And that's the reason why I'm always looking forward for an occasion to meet the youngsters of the country, try to see if I can add value to them and learn something from all of you. It's always going to be a learning for you and for us. On that note, let me just take you, a little around. All of you are very young. I have a son of your age, and he's also studying aerospace engineering. And sometime back when I was doing a lecture for his college, after he was part of the audience. After the session was over, I was just asking him, how boring was that? Okay, and sincerely he said, no, Mama, it was not at all boring. And a lot of his friends had texted him while the discussion was going on, and he showed me all that. And that was something which gives me confidence that, okay, the young population is not closing their ears when somebody is talking to them. You are open for listening, you are open for learning is a good confidence vote for all of us to come back and connect up with you. These 4 years that all of you have in your hand while you are students is the golden period. The best way is to look at what's going to happen in future. While everybody talks about future, everybody talks about what you should do, there's so much of gyan everybody passes on, right? I was a student myself in, some ages back. And anytime I would sit for something like this, I would always feel, how is this going to really help me? All right? Am I really going to do something that these people are saying? And 3 years after I completed my graduation and my law, is the first time that I realized that I should have paid attention while I was sitting that side. Okay? Realization comes, better late than never. I think I pulled up my socks and standing here. Now I'll just go into asking a couple of questions to all of you. I can see a majority of women power over here. Can I hear a loud cheer from all the women in the room? A loud cheer from all of you. Can you give me your voice? Yes, ma'am. Is that? I saw a lot of women in there. Can I get a cheer from the guys, please? Yes, they are minority. Look at their voice. Now can we try with the girls? Can I hear from you girls? Yes, ma'am. Generally we're all very talkative. Okay, this is one feedback that I always get. Time yourself, because you go on and on and on and on. Right? So we will just split this conversation into 2-3 segments. One is, what is it that you should look for? From now, you're already in the second year, next 2 years, what should you look for? And then after, what's the ecosystem around us? Why is Nasscom talking about future skills? Why is East Point worried about future skilling of you? Why is everybody talking about things like artificial intelligence, data science, cybersecurity, 3D printing, cloud computing, robotics, God knows what else. Right? You've been hearing all this. Are you? Yes, ma'am. Guys, this is not a sermon. This is an interaction. And I will be able to talk only when I get proper responses. Otherwise, I can just wrap it up in next 3 minutes and get lost. Okay, are you with me? Yes, ma'am. Right. So the minute I'm not getting response, that means that's an indication for me to start. Okay? With me? Yes, ma'am. Good. So let's just look at what's going to happen in next 2 years. When you complete your graduation, you're all in second year. How many are computer science engineers here? Beautiful. Any electronics, electrical engineers? Very good.
Yes.
No one. AI? Oh, good. Any other streams which are available here, or is it only computer science? All right.
Second of the
Now, quick question: do you know how many other people along with you will pass out in the same year like you? Do you know? Across the country? Somebody said yes. Probably that was within the college. Is that? Can I know what is it within the college? What's the number? 400? 400, 480, something like that. If within one college it is 480, look at 217 colleges which exist under VTU within Karnataka state into so many students. Okay? How many such universities across the country? Right? Apart from that, there are institutes of national importance, there are IITs, there are IIMs, everybody is passing, right? And then we also have our BA, BCom, BSc graduates, people like me. Okay? Just on a back of the envelope calculation, if you look at only the engineers I'm talking about, while you pass out, 8,70,000 students across the country would also pass their engineering. What's the number? 8,70,000. Now in that 8,70,000, where are you? One take, right? When organizations come to hire, what do they look for? Do they look for your grades? Do they look for your communication skills? Do they look for you? Or do they look for your college? Do they look for Dhananjay's relationship? Or do they look for Sridevi's mentorship? Probably all of it, probably none of it. Right? Each organization which is going to hire you has a different perspective of what they want to look at you. Right? So it's very, very important that you make a niche place for yourself. Am I coming with you? Yes, ma'am. So how do we create a proposition for ourselves? Okay. While so many of us are sitting, kudos to that girl who was actually doing the initial prayer song. Some prayer song which I practiced years back, ages back, I think. She brought me back into my memory. Thank you so much, dear. I don't know if she's still. Thank you so much. Right? So everybody tries to create an edge for themselves, and that's something that all of you should look at. If somebody is coming in as a recruiter, all of you are engineers, all of you are having 60 to 80% of marks, all of you are decent, in your grades, in your communication skills, all of you are equal as far as your aptitude scores are concerned, right? How am I to hire somebody from here? If everybody is the same, then I'm looking for filtering out. Today, it's very common for you to understand. Companies are more looking at how do they filter out the best out of the lot, right? And it's very important that you make their job easy, right? You make their job easy not because they should be cool, but because you should be cool, right? You need to be in that first lot which gets out. So how do you do that? If I just study what everybody else of that 8 lakh odd is studying, what will I become? One amongst them, right? Will it be okay if we are one amongst that 8 lakh population, or do we need something extra? Right? All of you, some of you must be having siblings and some of you might be single child. How many of you are having siblings? Your sisters, your brothers? Right. Most of you. Not saying anything, but even within your family, don't you compete with your sister, brother for anything? It can be for mother's love, it can be for that extra chocolate, it can be a hug with a dad. Do we compete? Yes. right? If within your family you have to compete, then 8 lakh के बीच में तो करना ही पड़ेगा. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
Then how do we do it? Now, we all are on the same page that we need to be different from everybody else. Are you with me?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, how? That is something that I'll cover at the end. But now I will tell you why is it important that you should be different or you should be very specific in context of what's happening in the ecosystem around us. What is this ecosystem that I'm talking about? We, as a sector skill council, we are at the helm for IT and IT-enabled service organizations in this country. We are policymakers for these organizations. We are also the main source of talent for all these organizations. When they look for, what do they hire for, what do they look for, they actually look at us and tell us what they require in next 2 years, next 3 years, next 5 years, and then we come back and we tell people like Dhananjay and Sir that, sir, this is what we require as a talent in the country, and please help us out transforming your students to match those talent requirements which exist in the country. Now I'll give you some statistics. 2017, 2018, we actually did a research. Before I go on to the research, let me just cover one more point. As Nasscom, we have about 3,000 plus IT and ITS organizations as our member firms. Now, where is it that you will work? Into one of those companies. The large ones, the small ones, the medium ones, the startup ones, everybody is there in that. So that's where you're all going to work?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. So that means it is relevant. Whatever I'm talking is going to be relevant to all of you. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
So, when we did this research in 2017, 2018, we were looking at these buzzwords coming in: artificial intelligence, cybersecurity. Everybody was talking about these terms. At that point in time, it was very niche. And we were looking at, is this going to be the future of the world? I'm not talking about the nation, I'm talking about the world. Then we did this research along with Boston and Consulting Group, trying to understand what is future of work going to look like. When we did this research, the research report which published called out two very specific things. They said, in future, there are going to be 10 emerging technologies and 10 professional skills which will be ruling the world. And if somebody is not covering these 10 technologies and 10 professional skills, they will be outdated quickly. And then we went on to understand, is it for only the new segment or is it even for people who are working already? Then I'll give you some statistics now. While we published these 10 technologies and 10 professional skills, it very clearly called out 67% of the existing workforce, people who are already working in the organizations, need to upskill, reskill themselves. If they don't, they're out of jobs. What happens when they're out of jobs? So much of unemployment, right? And we are competing with you guys there, right? So already 8.5 lakh people sitting there, and then there's ads over there. We don't want that problems to come. And at that age, people with 3 to 5 years or more than that kind of an experience, learning something, unlearning what they have learned is a difficult thing. So we wanted to create this culture of upskilling and reskilling in the IT organizations. And that's where we built out a platform which is called as Future Skills Platform. All the content which was put into that particular platform was curated by the IT organizations and IT industry members and was meant for IT industry folks. Everybody was doing it. This platform was launched by our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji. As we speak today, we have about 6 lakh people from various IT organizations doing this reskilling and upskilling. And if I'm coming and telling you, you need to upskill, you need to do extra than your academics, you're not the only people doing it. Even people in the IT organizations are doing it, so be better. With me?
Yes,
You
ma'am.
getting the point?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, when we say 65 to 67% of the existing workforce requires new skills, is that all, or is there anything else that is required to be done? Then we looked at the demographic dividend that India has. What is this demographic dividend? 68%, 68 to 69% of our population is below the age group of 35. What does that mean? That means we have more young population in our country. One of the youngest nations in the world. There are countries like Japan who are struggling because they have more of old population. They have skill, they have ability, they have everything, but then there's no energy, there's no young, there's no youth there. What do we have? The best advantage is you guys. Not people like me, people like you is the future of the country. So if we have such demographic dividend, then it's very important that we shape you guys for future. Now, is there a market? Is there really a requirement to do this? When we did this, we referred one report which said by 2030, year 2030, India will be a country which will contribute about 90 million people to the world's workforce. World's workforce. It can be in US, it can be in Australia, it can be in Italy, it can be anywhere across the country. 90 million people are required by the world. Now, who's going to give that? Because we have the young population, we can contribute. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, if we don't upskill ourselves, if we don't meet the requirements of the industry is saying A for apple, not the apple which we eat, but the apple product that they're talking about. And if we are stick with, A for apple, the khane wala, then probably there's a lot of gap, right? So we need to transform ourselves to match the requirements of the future. And that's why we built out this particular platform, which is called as Future Skills Prime Platform. Why we designed this platform in association with MITI, which is Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, Government of India. Government has been very kind enough, they've contributed money, they said they will incentivize some learners who will get skilled and certified via the Future Skills Prime platform. I'll cover a little more about it and then I'll hand it over to Dinesh to show you what is this platform that I'm talking about and how you can get certified. And last, towards the end of my talk, I'm going to ask you certain numbers and all of you will have to vouch that you will stand and you will contribute for that demand. Now coming back to the 2030 year. Now 2030 is too far, madam. Tab tak dekha jayega, jo hona hai, we can figure it out if we are feeling that. Let me also pull you a little closer. When will you all pass out?
2035.
Now I'll take you to 2024-2025 year. In that year, we will be touching $1 trillion economy. We will be, as a nation, we will be hitting $1 trillion economy. Before Corona, we were looking at $1 trillion economy. Post Corona, we are going to be hitting $5 trillion economy. We become very, very massively impactful and the pressure on you guys to become more relatable for the industry. That's the year that you are all passing out, and why this economy is something that Shridevi is talking to you is because economy doesn't build by itself. Economy builds because of what we work in various organizations, how we ensure that the business viability of that organization is built, right? So that's why it's very important that all of you understand if that $5 trillion digital economy vision that we all have, we need to meet that. It's not going to happen. Okay? Meeting that $5 trillion or not meeting that $5 trillion is on your shoulders. Okay? Now you guys must be understanding how important you guys are and why is it that at one single call I am here. Do you know how important you guys are now?
Yes, ma'am.
So all the more reason that I should be talking to you. Right. So looking at all these statistics, we built up this particular platform called Future Skills Prime Platform. The objective of this platform is to build talent for the IT organizations, not just people sitting in the IT stream. We are also talking about students from civil engineering, we're talking about students from mechanical, agriculture, aerospace, every stream I'm talking about. Everybody needs to have IT. You may be saying, oh no, my brother is only a BCom, he doesn't need IT, right? Just go walk into a bank and see what happens there. Is anybody doing books there? Is everything happening on system? You're all people who are using Paytms and Google Pays and all these UPI payments. Isn't that covered to your bank? Isn't that IT? Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
Now let us say agricultural science student. Okay? If some crop has to be sown, they need to know what kind of a produce will come out of it. What kind of a yield will come out of it? How much can this crop be insured for? What is the best season? What is the quality of the soil? All of this is done because of artificial intelligence and data science. So they are also using AI and data science. You're not very special. Why am I saying this is in that 8,70,000, these are also there. These are additional skills which will be adding up to that entire bandwidth of people that we're talking about. So it's very important, irrespective of what you are studying, what you want to do in life, you need to have IT skills mandatorily. If you're not having these skills, you are outdated. You will have to go into a different space and start living with it. Mars is opened up, I guess. I don't think so much of competition is there. We all can pack our bags and go there. So I'm sure you're not going there, so you will better study here, right? So most organizations have come forward and joined this particular mission of Nasscom along with government that we want to skill the country. We want India to be made as the digital capital for the world. That's the mission that we all live for. I don't know, one student from East Point actually connected with me this morning. I don't know whoever that was. And it's you guys. Okay. So you guys can go back and check what is this that I'm talking about. If you look at the latest report that I've added to the LinkedIn, you will find I'm talking about future of work and all these things that I'm talking is published in that report, which will be extensively covered in the G20 summit, which is happening right now in our country. Am I right? So it's very, very important that you need to understand it's just not some Ram Kahani that you will sit here and clap and then go away. Nothing is going to happen there, right? It's waste of your time, my time, and most preciously the college time, right? I'm saying most preciously the college time because they have a session for you at this hour and I'm eating away 1 hour of their time. That means they're falling short. It's been kind enough for the college management to allow us to have this interaction with you. And if we don't make the meaning out of it, then it's criminal wastage of everybody's time. So let's go back and look at what is this future of work report that I was talking about and what are the technologies that this report called out. There are 10 emerging technologies, as I said, things like artificial intelligence, data science, big data analytics, cybersecurity, cloud computing, IoT, web and mobile application development, 3D printing, so on and so forth. There are 10 technologies which are there. When we started our careers, myself, principal sir, and also sir, when we started our careers, we didn't have the pressure of doing professional skills. When we get into an organization, they would teach us how to communicate, how to do mails. These are all things that at least I garnered only after I joined my job. Okay. But today, companies are asking whether this person knows program management or not, whether this person has product management or not. Can they do design thinking or not? Can they do negotiation or not? These are all things that are getting evaluated at your 4th year level. So that's why this professional skills also became part and parcel of that research report that we published. And it is very important that you not only pull up your technical skills, but also the professional skills. Now learning is learning. I completed my BTech AI. Some of you are having that AI specialization. So I am ahead of the others. If we are feeling that, sorry to correct you, you're not ahead, you're still part and parcel of the entire gamut. So you need to add extra specific to the industry in addition to what is being defined in the syllabus. Syllabus is going to give you that foundation, that basic, the foundation part of it. I don't know if you know how the construction industry works. The entire building stands with the foundation. how strong you lay the foundation, so tall can be your building and so good. So that's the foundation that you get built while you are studying in your colleges. But when you step out, you're in the open game mode where you're competing with everybody else. So you need to utilize this college time frame to add on industry specific skill sets and certifications to your CV. I don't know how many of you know, within Karnataka, we are working with State Higher Education Council, and all the first year BA, BCom, BBA, all these ABL students are already learning digital skills, right? We have covered about 2.5 lakh students in this state alone in the last 1 year. And they're all BA, BCom, BSc segment. They've all studied something called as Digital 101, which is giving them overview about these 5 key technologies like AI, big data, IoT, and cyber, and other things. In the second year, they are doing a specialization in artificial intelligence, another 15-hour module in AI, and third year, they will be doing cybersecurity module. Everybody is doing that. So, as an engineer, should you do it? Should you not do it? I leave the choice to you, right? So we got in touch with industry like Microsoft, like Salesforce, like Cisco, like Google. We got in touch with all these big players and we curated industry specific, that is job role specific content. Now when somebody does AI, when you come out, you will not really know what kind of a job role exists in this. Analyst, am I going to be a data annotator? Am I going to be a data dictator? What am I going to be? Or am I just going to be a BI specialist? Each one of these job roles that I'm talking about has a separate competence, skill set, which is required. We are the leaders who dictate on that particular competency framework, right? So we want you guys to understand there are various job roles that exist in the country, and for each of that job role, you need a separate skill set. And related to that separate skill set, there are courses which are available on this Future Skills Prime platform. Everything is available at a touch of a button. You can just download it into your mobile on your way to college, on your way to film, wherever you are. You can study anytime, anywhere. Okay? And including the practical component is actually built into the same program. Some are free courses, some are paid courses. Look at whatever excites you, please go ahead, do that course. But merely getting a course completion certificate or a course participation certificate will again put you into that 8 lakh bucket. If you want to come into the specifics, you need to have a Nasscom certificate with you. Why Nasscom certificate? Just because I am talking? No. Because we represent the IT industry and we discussed with the IT industry, is this the competency that you're looking at? Is this the job role that you're talking about? Is this the skill that you require? Is this the talent that needs to be nurtured? Or yes, and then that course comes onto the platform. And we evaluate every student on a different element. It's just not, I learned something, I go and give a knowledge check. Knowledge check is a different thing. Knowledge check is मुझे समझ आया या नहीं आया, right? I hope everybody can follow a little bit of Hindi.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. If not, you can tell me. I can also switch to Kannada. Right? So if that is what is required, yes, you require all of that, and that is what is available on this platform, and you should get it. What do we evaluate you is on ability to perform this job at a desk. We give you a scenario and we give you a case study and we say, okay, given this, which of the things that what you learned is something which will get implemented and show us how. That's the real test of whether you have learned anything or not. Whether you have knowledge or not, knowledge सबके पास बहुत है, right? As I said, ज्ञान बांटने के लिए बहुत सारे लोग होते हैं. Like I am also standing and giving you ज्ञान right now, right? So it's very important that you demonstrate that you have a competency to deliver the task that is assigned to you on that particular job role. Hence, this certification is very important. Now, how do you get this certification? You come, you register yourself on Future Skills Prime platform, complete the course, and go ahead, attempt the question paper which is there, mock test will be there. Go ahead and take the assessment and get a certificate. You will get three kinds of certificate: gold, silver, bronze. Bronze is 40 to 50. No, 50 to 59. 50 to 59 is bronze. Okay? 60 to 69 is silver. 70 and above is gold. I'm sure all of us love gold. Do we?
Yes, ma'am.
So let's just not wear gold, let us also carry gold with us. Do we?
Yes,
It's
ma'am.
a very precious commodity. Let me tell you, it is going to touch 80,000 it seems. So you better have some gold certificates with you. And when you have this, we will also go back and tell the industry, you're looking for cybersecurity specialist or AI specialist. This is a college which has these many certified students in these categories: gold, silver, bronze. Please college. They know that this is a trusted resource. They will come and hire. To actually our Dhananjay, he's doing a fabulous job. A lot of his team is actually able to get a lot of companies into the college. A lot of people are getting placed. If we want to take that notch a little above, we want to get more of quality placements. We want to give that encouragement to the industry. If you come and hire from East Point, you are hiring the best resource. If you can give that confidence, nothing can stop you. Right? How do we get that? Only when you get skilled, get certified. So our mission with East Point is to ensure, irrespective of which stream you're studying, we want all of you to be certified a minimum of 2 certificates before you step out of the college. You have 2 years, 2 or 3 max. There are colleges which are doing 4, but you can actually do 2 minimum and get yourself certified and then step out. You will see the difference for yourself versus your seniors. You will see how you are getting placed. It's highly competitive. A lot of people must be talking about layoffs, corrections, everything around, but you will still see fresher hiring is going on. And fresher hiring is very carefully done right now. If you are one in that 8 lakh, thank you. See you later. If you are a little different, yeah, here comes your offer. That's what exactly is the ask from all of you. I want to ask before I sign out, how many of you feel this kind of a certification is important and I would like to be certified? That's good. That's really good. Thank you. I should take the registrations right now. And let me also tell you, for all the women folk over here, we started off with the women, and the reason why I started off with the women folk is you have a specific advantage if you get certified before the end of this month. Sorry. The advantage is this year, Republic Day, I don't know how many of you followed that, is called as Nari Shakti. Right? We are promoting Nari Shakti and we want to recognize, students who are getting certified in this month who are women. There will be a lucky draw and a sizable number of students will be picked up for 1,000 rupees gift voucher. The cost of assessment that you will take is 600 rupees. You will get back 1,000 rupees if you are falling into that Nari Shakti category of winners. And these Nari Shakti winners, we will be engaged especially from our side throughout the next 1 year. You will be our ambassadors for the next 1 year as part of the Nari Shakti movement that we are doing. I want to see some of you, or most of you, or all of you in that Nari Shakti thing. On that note, thank you so much for your patience and at least listening to me. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am, for fueling our thoughts. I request our Senior Vice President, Dr. Prakash sir, to come over the dais and occupy his honorable seat. Please, sir. I request our Principal, Dr. Yogesh sir, to welcome our Senior Vice President, Dr. Prakash sir, with the bouquet. Thank you, sir. I request our chief guest, Dr. Dinesh sir, to speak a few words.
Yeah. Yeah, or like before the techno, can we, someone can put their hands to before the technology. Good afternoon. Yeah. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, let me thank Sridevi Madam and Dinesh sir from Nasscom for being here. It was amazing session. I missed out in the starting of your speech, madam. Please pardon me. I was actually on the induction program of our MBA program. I was delivering on the changes that's going to happen in the financial services, especially from the fintech industry. Uh, I want to just give an update to the madam that I think now we should also get make registration through future skills. Just a small update to you, madam. We are running a program called as IILP, Triple ILP. This Industry Institute Integrated Learning Programs, where we have collaborated with the Salesforce. Sir himself who drives this program. I just yesterday, uh, Manudas Gupta was here in this campus. I think now what we'll do, we'll put with the channel, we'll do all the courses through future skills so that you get the identity also, you get both Salesforce and this one. In fact, Salesforce is one our partner in our ILP programs. We also have AWS. I think for the juniors, I'm not addressed to people, probably people don't know me. We also have Amazon Web Services. Lokesh Mehra was here, who made them all know this. Lokesh was also with Nasscom. I has been associated with him when he was with Microsoft and Nasscom. Uh, Now, in fact, we had a great story outcome that came out with the AWS. We did a AWS job fair here in this campus. Probably you would have seen that big banner. 14 companies participated, 67 HRs participated. We had a good number of around 850 students across the India came to this campus. It was a complete drive by Lokesh ji and complete AWS team here. They are the part of the future skills now. What we'll do is that there's a complete LMS of cloud practitioner certifications. These certificates will add value. We are also with, if people want to have a track with RPA, that's robotic process automation. We are with UiPath. There is Blue Prism, there is a automation anywhere, all these things are there, but still we want to run with, because UiPath has a market share much higher than, even higher than Microsoft, okay, as per the Gartner's report. So we are with Google Cloud. People can actually go with Google Cloud and take up, and that is also listed in future skills there at this one. We are with Oracle Academy. If some people wants to get into, especially with Java, especially if they want to get into internet application development, they can go with Oracle Academy. We are also with Cisco. We have directly partnered with them. You can take those courses for yourself. What we do is that now we take this as our aggregator. Nasscom as aggregator, we all make the registrations through them, so that the visibility for the students is very high and the opportunity to take up the industry certification. Ultimately, one thing is, bottom line is very clear. I think Madam was telling, your certificate will just act as a passport to get an interview, not the job. Okay? If you want to actually take the job for a better package or higher package, you need to have this industry certification. These will add real value. In fact, if you go back to, I don't know, I told about these things, if some people have missed out this, if you go to Cognizant, their recruitment structure, they have Gen C Next, Gen C Pro, like this. This what the Nasscom has listed, all these future skills, they stand in the fourth or fifth bucket of 7 lakhs package or 6 lakhs package. First is only 3.4. Gen Z is basically 3.4. If you, whatever Madam was telling about Salesforce, AWS, all these future skills which is listed, it comes to the 7 lakhs package. So when you come to the campus, if you have that skills, if you portray these certificates, immediately you get into the higher package. That means one promotion is already there for you people. You don't need to wait. That means you go to the company, then after 3 years you get one promotion. No. On the skill, if you have that skill and you portray that have a Nasscom certificate with AWS or Salesforce and all, you are done this. Okay. So this is going to change. Just one small addition. It is not my day. It's the day of Dinesh sir, and this one I want to just conclude. Yesterday night I shared one on the WhatsApp to the principal and everybody. OpenAI is going has recruited 1,000 contractors. 1,000 contractors. It was there on the social media. 1,000 contractors who is going to code. Okay, absolutely. Chat GPT is going to transform them. I don't need to code anything. Okay, my humble students, probably next 4 years, the complete landscape of the way the edutech companies are coming, education sector is going to see the huge transformation. Okay, if you have skills, you have creativity, you have innovation. Madam was telling about professional skills. If you possess all these things only, then only you'll make a differentiator for yourself. You should create your own unique selling points and create a differentiator to the companies. Until unless you don't do this, and the instrument to portray to the employer is only the industry certifications. This is where the IT body tells they represent IT industry, and when they tell that this is what is required, I think who am I to tell all these things? Okay, so take it very seriously. We want to see that those all have raised the hands. Those who have not raised the hands also kindly register now. Okay, we want the registration to happen. Things we are here to support. We have all 4 or 5 tracks. We are, I think, Salesforce today is going to be happening in the next week or 2 week. Morning to evening, Salesforce folks will be here. The developer community is coming over here, and we have created a success story for the Salesforce in this campus. In the career fair which was happened last time, 16 students got placed, and I think yesterday Banu was telling us that they have created a system called as mentoring system. That means from Salesforce ecosystem, the people who are working in the clients of Salesforce, it could be Deloitte, it could be Cognizant, Accenture, Infosys, TCS, who are the clients of Salesforce technologies. They have picked a pool of people for your project. They are going to actually mentor you. That means mentoring comes from the industry people, not from us. And she told that I'm going to see that 10 batches minimum from East Point get the mentors allotted directly from Salesforce. What do you require? What do you require more than that? This is the offer what she was given yesterday. We are very, very thankful to the industry wants now. Okay, now my complete, we know that I think Madam was telling we have beaten the GDP of UK and 1 trillion economy, we are already there. 5 trillion economy we are looking for. 2030 could be a big game changer, and India will be the next knowledge superpower. Okay, Vishwa Guru. This is what Modi ji keeps on telling us. We will be the next Vishwa Guru, and you will be proud to be the part of this history. Thank you so much, Madam. Once again, thank you so much for being with us and sharing all these things. Over to you, sir. Dinesh, sir, please. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. First of all, thanks to Sir for highlighting some of the names. So most of the names actually I was about to explain during my sessions and those courses, and you made my job easier. And the most important is the last part, which you mentioned about the Salesforce mentoring sessions. So I keep hearing it because Nasscom is doing the same thing with AP government, I guess. So there is here who's managing.
Smart bridge is
Yes. Yes. So that we are doing
in
it.
fact, I want to tell you that for very precisely around 450 students when I was in previous organization. 450 students registered on Nasscom website for the smart bridge,
Yeah.
Salesforce and this one. It was a great success story.
Okay, so and last thing, sir. Sir has mentioned about the mentorship and the project learning part of it. In fact, Nasscom also started the similar EPBL, project-based learning program with Anna University last year, and CDV is already in the industry 4.0 implementation body of VTU. Tomorrow we are having the industry sessions with VTU where most of these things very soon will be part of your curriculum. So we are working towards it. Anyway, now let me quickly talk about the future skills prime. I think everyone has spoken a lot, so I'll just show you what is future skills prime is all about. Obviously, men's don't worry, our time is also come. So now it is Nadi Shakti. Okay, so Siddhi, I just now mentioned to you. That's the reason it is showing. This is the platform future skills prime. As it is mentioned, Ministry of IT, Nasscom jointly come up with this particular future skills prime program. Now, how somebody can access this? So before this, just to give you last info, today when I'm talking to you, you're close to 1.5 million students or the learner are already learning it. So we are hoping that by this year we'll be touching close to 2.5 million. I know, I'm hoping because it took Baiju almost 5 years to touch a million. But for Nasscom Future Skills, it took hardly, not even less than 2 years to touch a million numbers. So we'll get even more number very soon. Anyway, now just to show you how somebody can access this platform, very easy. The way you access your Facebook, Google, all those things, Gmail. Similarly, you can register quickly. Two ways. On the top, you can see sign in or the sign up. Down also you can see the start learning for free. Yes. So you can see here this is Future Skills Prime. Then you can click over here, start learning for free. Same Future Skills Prime is also available in your mobile, Android, as well as Apple mobiles. Now, just to so here is the login page. The way we take it is we will create a group for East Point College of Engineering so that you will be getting the user ID password. If you want to create by ID yourself, you can easily create. It takes hardly 23 seconds. Trust me, I have checked the time. 23 seconds. And today, at Siri has already mentioned to you last year, close to 2.5 lakh students, regular graduate students, they have the IDC. They have already learning courses from here. Now you can directly join through G+, Facebook or LinkedIn, whichever is there, or directly you can click on the sign up account. Since I have the account, so I just quickly log in here and take the next step. So this is the main page of Future Skills Prime. Start here, gives you an info. This is again Adishakti thing which I have just now spoken. Then we have got some information about the programs, and there is the last thing which I must say you here. Please see here, that's something like career portal. It's not that only the learning happens over here. Through this, you'll be getting offering also. You'll be getting placement support also through this. Okay. Now, sir, I will actually initially start with thinking of starting with AI, but since Salesforce must be there in our mind, so let's start with cloud. So in cloud, when you think of, there are three companies, which, in fact, four they call it, but mainly three who normally rules the world. Starts with Microsoft, AWS, Salesforce, as well as Google. All the four courses you'll find it here. Their certifications is also over here. Again, that is Nasscom certified that we are giving it. Starts with Microsoft. You can see if you want to learn the foundations, learn through Microsoft. If you want to know the developer catalyst, learn it through here. There is Salesforce Developer Catalyst. Same, the moment you want to learn about the practitioner part of it, you will be learning it from AWS as well. So all those courses are available in this. There you can do it. Now, how the courses happens here? I just give you a small example. And these courses, I missed to mention, all these courses are available at no cost. Okay, so this you can directly take it. Now, how you can take the particular course over here? I'll give you the next 10 seconds. I'll complete it the course pathway part of it. So first you register to the course, you complete the course, then you practice some mock assessments. Like so the boys like trial ball we play now. Before playing cricket, it's like the mock is like a trial ball. Then is the main ball will happen, that is for the main assessments. You register, the assessment cost is $600, then you need to do it, and then you need to earn the certificate. So for the assessment, the cost is $600, again for girls. Under this Nari Shakti missions, all the selected lots will be awarded $1,000 if they complete it by this month. So this is brief about the future skills, how it is all about. So if you have any questions on,
Professional skills.
okay, I'll just also show you professional skills. There are 10 professional skills also needed. We believe that there are two things needed for someone to grow in a life. One is we call it the content skills, another one is called as the core skills. Content skill is nothing but the technology part of it. But core skills is something that is we call the hygiene skills, like professionalisms, like negotiation skills, program management, project management. These things are required for you to grow up the ladder. So it starts with communications, innovation, design thinking, product management, project management, creative problem solving, critical thinking, collaboration and teamwork. And then we have digital leadership, then the innovation negotiation, program management. So this is all about the future skills programs. And here you can also see that in the government incentive eligible programs, there is certain chunk government has identified as a beneficiaries. For this beneficiary, if they take any paid programs, till now I've been talking only about the free program. We also have certain paid program which is there. If they take the paid program, government incentivized. But this is not available for everyone. This is only available for the professors or students who is in the final year doing internships. They will be getting this benefit. So this is all about future skills. If you have any doubt, any questions, please reach out to us. With this, if anyone has any doubt? Yes, no? Okay, thank you. Thank you, sir.
We'll make announcement. If students complete these courses, we'll map this to one of the internals. We are not autonomous college to give a credit for you. What we can do is that we'll map, I think, HOD, madam, what we can do, somewhere we'll map it out. We'll only look for all the courses. We'll check it out which fits you. Because, for example, if it is on AWS, basically two tracks are there. One is cloud practitioner at one level, another one is solution architect. Okay. What I'm telling you, register, will help you out. We'll map to one particular subject which is there in VTU. You don't need to give any assignments. Nothing. If you get certified, no assignment, nothing. Okay, we'll map with this. This announcement is done. We don't want any investor I'm doing this also, this also. So whoever does it out, this is one incentive what you get. Okay. And we'll also see that in case if someone